Actually, I have a few different names. When I was small boy, my mom called me Shulukuli. Then little bit after grow up, and then giving name is Tashi Bensok. But some other one, my relations, pass away, same name. Therefore, Tibetan culture could be changed, should be changed my name. So my grandma gave me son Nyantak. And this calling and the local people say Sotak. Then another name, the ordination name, Tapten Lobsang Yam Tso. And then other one name is the incarnate recognition's name is Chamtrul Rinpoche Sonam Yamtso. So the normally is a national way they're calling me now is as Chamtrul Rinpoche. So Chamtrul means is Chamla Turku. Short way they say Chamtrul. So Chamla Turku is the first Chamtrul Rinpoche is a very great master. His full name is Chamla Turku Konsik Dorje from Katok Monastery, or one great monastery in Tibet. Then the second Chamtrul Rinpoche full name is Pamanangsar Dorje, is the incarnate of this first Chamtrul Rinpoche. So Pamanangsar Dorje was remaining in the Mando Tashichulin monasteries. So that is why they are calling me also Chamtrul. Chamla Turku short name say Chamtrul. And then Rinpoche is normally, as most Tibetan master, they're calling this Rinpoche is a Chamtrul Rinpoche. That's my name. And then when I'm 14 years old, for receiving the layperson practitioner vows from my first root guru, Naranjur Yeshiongjuk. And then I received preliminary practice, the Nyingting Wondro from him. And I completed to practice the 500,000 preliminary practice 3 times from him, received the teachings. And then also I received teaching the Heat Yoga, Chandali, from him. And further, he teaches us the great perfection, Zoba Chembo, and particularly the hearing lineage heart essence from him. And then later couple of years after, I went to the Kathok monastery, the mother of the Kathok lineage, the fundamental monastery, institute school, studied a couple of years. And then went to the Larungar monastery. Larungar monastery is as biggest institute philosophy of Tibetan Buddhism school on this world, I think. The Larung monastery was founded by His Holiness Gyabje Khenpo Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche. So Khenpo Jigme Phuntsok is my very second important one root guru, because I was follow him, learned most of sutra teachings and tantra teachings until I get the title, received the title Khenpo from him directly. So Khenpo means, is Tibetan Khenpo means is it can be maybe the degree of doctor of institute, philosophy school, Buddhism tradition, or sometimes maybe they say can be same meaning. The title of Kambo means is the degree of Kambo means can be like degree of the PhD, as Institute of Philosophy, Buddhism traditions. And then finally we invite His Holiness Khenpo Jigme Penzo to my monastery, Mando Dashchuli. And then first we founded the institute, Chatter School in my monastery after his advice. Then I taught a couple of years to the monks only in monastery, Chatter School at the abbot of the Khenpo, the monastery was. And then further continue, I went to many different long pilgrimage to outside of Tibet, Nepal, India, Europe, United States, Africa, Asian, so many, almost all the different countries, yes, everywhere, almost the world, to teaching. So still I'm going to continue to introduction about how to find the inner peace. That is my aim. What I was understanding, how to find the inner peace, what is important to achievement state, ultimately happiness and enjoyment. So therefore, that is my aim. I want to sharing to other peoples, whether it doesn't matter they are traditional followers or non-traditional followers, Eastern or Western, Northern or Southern, I doesn't care, male and female, or the old or young. I go to everywhere teachings. Sometimes they invite a teaching to the high school, university school, many of different countries. Sometimes I visit even small kindergarten to meet them and give them chance to question answers. And even sometimes I'm go to teaching in the jail, the countries, the prisoners are teaching them. So everywhere, almost. That is in brief introduction to you, myself. The incarnation, I believe existent, but it's important to judge, check, it's true or not, the reincarnation. But must be need to follow under the perfect logic and perfect reasoning. And we need to use our excellent investigations, analyticals, to understand the incarnation, next rebirth. There's two ways, I think, to judge the incarnation. There are many ways, but and briefly I want to say. One thing is because why are the many people to doubt to the incarnation? Because what we could see directly by your five sense source faculties, only the form and sound, or means the physical body. So all this physical body composed by the four elements, that is very clear. According to the Buddhist philosophy point of view of our body also, the flesh element performed by the earth element, blood element composed by the water element, temperature of our body element performing by the fire element, the breath circulation elements performed by the wind element, and then the cavities of our whole body of the cavities performed by the space element. So these 4 or 5 elements directly related to our parents, which means is the 2 cells, wet cell or wet drop, the sperm from father, and the red drop or the ovum or the red eggs from mother. These continue comes from our previous, means our grandfather and grandmother, and then hundreds, thousands years before, continue with the substantial lineage, as you know. The Darwin system, what they believe is very beginning, the substantial, the human lineage existent comes from, maybe they says, from the animals like monkey, or maybe sea animals like jellyfish. That also maybe at the very beginning performed by the quark, very small tiny atoms or the quarks. That is also related to the, of course, very beginning, the Big Bang. So probably Big Bang comes from the another Big Bang, maybe possible. So therefore, that is not incarnation. That's not our past life. So people have doubt to the incarnation. So that's why when there appears the death, that times also our gross level physical body, like the flesh element dissolve into the earth. Blood element will be dissolving into the water element. The temperature of our body element dissolving into the fire element. The breath circulation element will be dissolving into the wind element. And then the cavities of our body element dissolve into the space. That's what we could see, can see directly, and we can hear. So that is why we have also a doubt to the understanding the next rebirth. That is not incarnate. That is the dissolution stage of physical body, comes from very beginning, and then go back, back to dissolving into the same place. That is not only human body, but every phenomena, appearances start from very small, tiny, and they grow up, elevated, they grow up the stations completed, then must be start to dissolve into the return back in the first place. That is normal, the nature of the phenomena developing stage and decreasing. But our nature mind, consciousness, is not performed by the materially existent things. Materially existent is not nature of our mind. So our nature mind, I can say, according to the Buddhist philosophy point of view, the characteristics of our consciousness, clarity, awareness, is as the consciousness, the characteristic consciousness. So clarity, awareness, consciousness cannot performing or cannot producing from the materially existent things, because opposite or contrary, the different definition, different characteristics. The apple fruit must be can producing from apple seed, but cannot producing from orange seed. That's a natural law of cause and effect. Therefore, our consciousness, clarity, awareness, very beginning, first state in the mother's womb, the embryo in the mother's womb. That time's consciousness, first moment clarity, awareness comes from the last moment clarity, awareness, or previous, just the intermediate state of part of beings as cause, and first moment in mother's womb as effect. So this is momentary cause and effect is coming from sense beginningless till, and samsara or cycle existent till endlessly. So therefore, when there appears the death, that time also our the clarity, awareness, continuity cannot be exhaustion into the four elements because different characteristics. The logic not possible to dissolve into the element, the material existent things. Consciousness cannot dissolve into the material. So therefore, the last moment clarity, awareness of this life could be cause, and the first moment clarity, awareness just emptied next moments of the intermediate state of part beings as effect. So this is cause and the effect continuity going life after of another life. That is real incarnation. So therefore, why we couldn't generally remember if there's incarnate? The reason because our memory must be related to the gross level continuity of our mind and the gross level continuity of our physical. Both if the gross coarse level physical body, the nerves, the brains, and the channels and the mental, the consciousness mutually supported to each other, and then can remember our past time, what they experienced our previous past. But during the death, have to or should be, could be exhaustion, our coarse level consciousness. For example, 5 sense source consciousness must be dissolved into the mental consciousness. I mean, this is when the process of the dissolution stage of death, that times, and then the mental consciousness, conceptual mind and non-conceptual mind. There's two different definitions. But the conceptuality mind must be dissolving into the non-conceptuality. Then the non-conceptuality mind, the coarse level, and gradually dissolving into the subtler, and subtler finally dissolve into the base of all consciousness. In the common way, we say base of all consciousness. And then sometimes we description about this dissolution stage of death, uncommon way, in Tantra way, then we say dissolving into the best clear light. Our gross level, coarse level consciousness finally dissolving into the best clear light. Best clear light consciousness is as the fundamental, the basics, the basis of all the sentient beings, different kind consciousness. So if you're not dissolving your mind to the state of the best clear light, then no possible separation consciousness to the physical body. Should be reach a state of this best clear light. Then this best clear light mind or the nature, the final, the subtler, the fundamental mind can be separation from previous body. That is only how going the death. So that is why we lost all the memory, the consciousness. We lost consciousness. Must be the best clear light is, we sometimes say when they reach of the best of all consciousness, we say fainting. It's a fainted. Similar, very similar fainted, but more deeper. It's a fainted, not normal fainting. It's a more deep, it's more tiny. I mean, it's lost all the coarse level of consciousness, the recognitions, perceptions. So therefore, that's why we forgot everything of the previous experienced, because the gross level consciousness dissolved into the subtler. We fainted there. Then that is one reason why we couldn't remember past life. Top of their second reason, then consciousness separated to the previous physical body. So therefore, is the conditions completely exhaustion. The memory condition means that the nerves functions or nerve cells or the previous physical body is as the condition to the mindfulness, So therefore, consciousness already separated to the previous body. That two reason we couldn't remember clearly. Generally, we couldn't remember our past life. These are an example, maybe analogies, when normally even we are not really dead, but when you have big problems, accident, if you are fainting, then on coma, maybe it's a few days sometimes. Then when you awake from retaliation from this on coma or the fainted was, but not easy to remember. As in the hospital, there are many questions coming. What is I'm going now? What is here? What happened? What is wrong? Something. Then they need to explain. Oh, because you was accidented. Something is some car accident or something. Then maybe slowly takes time to remember clearly. Maybe a couple hours. Sometimes a couple days. Sometimes people need a couple months. A few months to remember what was happened. Even the accident. But not really separated consciousness, physical body, but still hard to remember easily because it was defended. So this is the unlogic. The one logic why is the death is the cause of the forgetting everything's of previous and then separation from physical body. Therefore, we not easy remember next. And then also between there, the subtle mind is long destinations. Because when they start to approaching the death, dissolution stage process of death, and then fainted, and then separation from consciousness from body, and still yet not reborn, next rebirth. And between their intermediate state, part of existent can be more than the average duration once of continuity. The part of beings give more than 7 weeks, 49 days. So therefore, there no really normal consciousness anymore. So therefore, no normal recognitions there. Therefore, it's not easy to remember, past life. That is the reason, the main reason, of course, ignorance actually. But does not mean is nobody can remember past life. Among this human realm, we can research carefully. Then sure, there's many people you won't understand. They remember past life. That's the proofs. So, since small child can speak like 4 or 5 years old until 7 or 8 years, between there the small child is very clear if they remember, and particularly someone could remember, then it's very clear at that moment. But there's no reason such a small child to lie, to cheating. There's no idea, no something is a reason to tell us lying, So they're telling truth, feeling small child, But not only they're telling previous life, but it's very, very, the proof is the logically. For example, some child, when they could remember clearly appears on the mind, he or her previous life, then they can change the language. Means he or her language is coming, the previous language. In this life, yet not learned this language, but suddenly comes the language, the mother tongue language is coming. Because this means is the imprint of previous action, stored stream of the mind. So therefore, in the conditions, a moment is completed, then just very clearly remember, and then language is sometimes coming. So this is, I think, good enough proofs for. So therefore, among these human, as one person or two person, if you want really with proof, the logically, if they remember, and then that is quite good enough reason to remember the understanding the incarnate for everybody, because same family, same lineage continuity, the same stem substantial lineage of human. So therefore, one human being, one person can remember clearly, and then sure 100% all the human beings can incarnate from past life and go in next rebirth. One bamboo arrow, if you see is the hollow, and then you cut another one, still you see the hollow in the bamboo tree, and you don't need to cut all the bamboos, but you cannot the big forest, but you can sure 100% judge all this kind of family tree of the bamboo tree should be inside the hole, in a hole, because that is the logic. How can we judge to other beings with incarnation? But the incarnation is not only human beings, actually. All the sentient beings, rather doesn't matter human or non-human, they with the incarnation is incarnated. All the sentient beings. That's why we say cyclic existent. Sometimes born on the higher peak of existence, sometimes born unfortunate in the lower realm, in the hell, so forth. But at the moment, we are born in the human realms. That's we calling human being.